Hello, everyone. Hello, our YouTube viewers. Today we have the privilege of speaking with a remarkable young leader, whose journey embodies resilience and purpose. Today, joining us is Faith Kamanga from Zambia, an award-winning author, survivor of child sexual abuse, aspiring human rights lawyer, and a passionate advocate for justice. So I'm sure that today we will talk about really, really important topics and discuss about different important questions. And also, she realized her own book. She wrote her own book, Scars of a Brave Girl. So I believe Faith will be able to share with us the links where we are able to find this book and buy and read it from open sources. So thank you very much, Faith, for being with us today, for your capacity to talk about not easy topics for everyone. So thank you for being with us, for your courage in sharing your journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, let's maybe start from first topic of discussion about your journey. And my first question will be, could you start by telling us a little bit about your childhood in Zambia, about your school years, about your journey till today?
I grew up in Zambia, in the city of Livingstone, with my three brothers in a home that looked ordinary from the outside. But inside, I was surviving something that no child should ever endure. My father, the man meant to protect me, was the one who took away my innocence and violated my trust through sexual abuse. At that time, I did not have the language to name what was happening. I thought maybe every girl child goes through the same in their homes. I was confused, scared, and deeply traumatized. Living in a masculine environment, I began to mirror my brother's behaviors. I started adopting their lifestyle as a way to survive and to feel less vulnerable. But even then, something within me knew that what I was experiencing wasn't really okay. The inner conflict affected everything, including my performance in school. I struggled to concentrate, to feel safe, and to believe in myself. And when I look back, the moments that shaped me in who I am today, as I grew up in a masculine environment, I learned to copy my brother's behaviors as a way of moving through life. Yes. Thank
You
you.
very much. Thank you for sharing it. And I know that you wrote a book, and just a few months ago it was released. So, how did writing first become a safe space for you to process this pain that you have? How you became, just thinking about the writing a book and publish it?
Okay. Writing became a safe space for me because I believed maybe no one could understand my emotions if I was to express to them. So I felt I made my pen my best friend, and the paper offered a safe space for me without judgment. So I felt whenever I write, I would feel more like I would feel a strange kind of relief whenever I write.
Thank you
Yes.
very much. Thanks for sharing it. And who were your biggest source of supporting in the early stage of your healing journey?
My biggest support were my mentor my mentor and his family, Mr. Sirenji King. I'm sure you've heard about him. Yeah, his way of believing in me and also the acceptance that he accepted me, and also the journey of accepting me on this journey. He believed in me that I can be somebody, and he said, Faith, you are blessed, and I could feel healing and the power of your story in your voice. So my biggest support was my mentor. He's actually still my mentor, and is also a father figure that I had longed for on my journey.
Okay, thank you very much. I get that mentorship, it's one of the powerful source for everyone for, for continue just doing your activities to continue acting for successful future, for better future, of course. And if we are looking back now, yeah, how do you define resilience for yourself? Is it what was it easy, or what challenges you face, on working with all of this process before starting the writing of your book?
How do I define resilience? Resilience is not the absence of struggle, but it's a sacred decision to keep choosing life and showing up with love and honesty. You don't have to hide away from your pain. You have to confront it and also accept the situation that you have gone through in life. I realized that my words could more heal me than also reach others who have walked a similar path. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. And let's talk about your book, Scars of a Brave Girl. I will ask you to share with me after this interview the link via mail that I will be able to share with our viewers as well, where they are able to find your book. And my first question will be, can you take us back to the moment when you held the first printed copy in your hands, and what exactly inspired you to finally turn your story into a book?
Okay, by the way, first it's here. Yes. The first There was a quiet disbelief when I first saw my book in my hand, and my heart couldn't believe it, and I couldn't believe it. So I kept on running the title and also my name. I was so excited, and again, I couldn't believe it. So but the joy came, and I wasn't. This isn't just a book; it's a huge piece of my soul, bold and brave. You can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is more like a gift to the world that I have to give to the world. It's a huge part of my soul.
But that's really, really nice. I'm also waiting the time where when I find the opportunity to read your book as well. And also, to get this printed version as well. And how did you decide on the title Scars of a Brave Girls? What was the, a message maybe that you also wanted to deliver through this book to other ladies, other women?
Okay. When I first began writing, I was submerged in deep pain and sorrow. So when I embarked on my healing journey with my mentor, Mr. Sirenjike, um, he once told me I could hear healing through the words that you say. And my first working title was Wounded Attachments. I just wanted to make it was a reflection of the emotional ruptures that I was going through, and I wanted to make sense of. So when I was writing from my courage to face them, and of a brave Scars of a Brave Girl emerged as the title that honors both pain and power. It speaks to the marks left behind, not just as signs of defeat, but as survival and resilience, and also rebirth. It's a tribute to every brave choice I made to speak and also to grow from the pain that I've endured.
And thank you very much. And I believe that many readers say your book gives voice to the silence. And what do you think makes storytelling such a powerful tool for change nowadays?
Well, storytelling gives voice to the silenced. And in Scars of a Brave Girl, I didn't write just to be heard. I wrote it for others to feel seen. And stories create bridges between pain and possibilities. And it reminds us that when one voice rises, others too rise. And it's more like a quiet revolution of storytelling. There is so much power in storytelling. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that storytelling is one of the powerful tools because when I was studying marketing science, so we spend a lot of time, for practice of storytelling, and it is also not so easy, not so easy skill. Not everyone are able to share their personal stories, especially. So, thank you very much for able to do this. And also, did you have any fears or hesitation before publishing, and how did you overcome them?
Well, as a survivor of child sexual abuse, I was covered in shame and fear. I feared judgment and rejection, but I realized silence was costing me more than truth ever. So I chose to take the risk of being brave and speak up and to be heard, not as a broken soul, but as a brave girl. So writing was more like reclaiming my power, not just for myself, but for the others who are going through the same. Especially, I came to realize that more little girls are going through the same. And that shouldn't happen because when young girls are broken, how are they going to grow? How are they going to grow? Because they'll grow up as broken adults and they won't be able to lead. Yeah. So I feel this book is a gift to the world that at least I have given. And um, I wasn't I wasn't myself by then, but now I feel my story needs to be heard. And this is not just my story, it's also the story of others who are going through the same.
Yeah, that's true, and I I recommend everyone to read this book because I believe that we are able to find quite a lot of good points, important points, impactful points for not only for ourselves but also for the people around us. And um, I just also want to ask you, what message do you hope survivors take away from reading your story, from reading your book?
Okay, I hope survivors see that their scars are not symbols of shame and defeat, but of a survivor that even in an aftermath of unspeakable pain, um, there is power in reclaiming your voice, your worthy and your future. Scars of a Brave Girl is a testament that healing is not linear. But it is possible that you are never alone in your journey. Yes.
Thanks a lot. And maybe could you share an example of a letter, comment, or an encounter with a reader that deeply touched you? So maybe you received already something.
Okay, I can remember a lot of comments coming into my inbox, but I can't share them. But I can say there are a lot of women who are coming to me and saying your story is really powerful and there is more that is happening because this is real. It's really, really happening and it happened to you. You are encouraging other little girls to come out of their shell because silence is not something that we can keep for long. And so we have to open up about our struggles. Yeah,
And
thank you.
and what do you think is the most misunderstood aspect of childhood sexual abuse that your book tries to clarify for community, for the people?
One of the misunderstood aspects of child sexual abuse, especially when the abuser is a parent, um, is the profound betrayal of safety and also um, trust. My book clarifies that healing isn't just about surviving the abuse, it's about reclaiming the right to feel, to question, and also to grieve. But also you have to rebuild from a place of truth. So my book addresses that you have to come out from your pain and also heal. You are not alone on this journey, so you have to be strong. Actually, you have to be strong and more strong, and also just come out of your shell. Yes.
Thanks a lot. And maybe let's move to another part of our discussion a bit about the Kectil program, because you're also a Kectil program participant, right? And
Yeah.
let's discuss a bit about this experience that you also got in your life. So, how did this experience influence your leadership journey, and how did you find the information about the Kectil program?
Um, well, the cocktail journey has been a transformative journey for me, and it has given me the tools to lead with empathy, clarity, and also have the global perspective. Um, I found strength in the cocktail's emphasis in the ethical, inclusive dialogue and the power of storytelling to drive change. I drew inspiration from the leadership of Martin Luther and Mahatma Gandhi. Just like them, I believe that true leadership is not about dominance. It's about awakening hope and lifting others through truth and also um, inviting them with to have a shared vision. I found out about the Kectil programs through Facebook as I have been looking for opportunities to grow myself. Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot. Thanks a lot for sharing that. And also, what skills or lessons from Kectil do you use when advocating for change?
The skills that I use are advocacy. I
Yeah.
use ethical leadership style,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I get also the motivation from Martin Luther and Mahatma Gandhi. Like you can um violent crime without using violence you yourself. Yes.
Thanks a lot. And do you see yourself as an author first or more a leader first, or are the two roles inseparable?
Well, I see myself more as an author, someone who writes from the heart, but I'm embracing the challenge of being a leader too. Life is all about growing and taking new challenges, and leadership, I think, is simply my next chapter of bravery and courage. Yes.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And what are some of the biggest challenges you face as a young woman speaking out about taboo issues?
One of the biggest challenges I face as a young woman talking about taboo issues, especially as a survivor of child sexual abuse, is the deep toll of witnessing others experiencing the trauma, the same trauma that I have endured. There are moments when I retreat into my shell, especially when I'm reminded of I'm reminded that I'm not yet a lawyer and I feel there is nothing that I can do about it. But again, I have come to understand that lived experiences is more like on its own a form of expertise. And so that's the challenge that I face. Sometimes if when I just see other girls are experiencing the same trauma that I've undergone, I retreat to myself. I began to feel bad about it, but again, I'm like, no, I have to fight for these girls. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. And how do you maintain hope when the fight for justice and change feels overwhelming?
Well, I maintain hope by remembering that my voice, though born from pain, is a vessel for healing and change. The journey is overwhelming at times, but I hold on to the hope of the world where justice is not a privilege, but a promise. And I chose to be a part of I chose to be a part of building the world into a better place with one step at a time.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And in your opinion, what needs to change in communities to prevent abuse and support survivors more?
Um, we need to dismantle the culture of secrecy. Abuse thrives in silence, and so communities must foster transparency and accountability, not just in homes, but in schools, faith institutions, and workplaces. Prevention isn't about policies. Um, it's about reshaping values. We can also normalize conversations about consent and healing. Uh, in a way that survivors can reclaim their dignity, and also cycles of abuse um, can stop. Mhm.
Thanks. And how do you think men and boys can be part of the solution in addressing abuse and gender-based violence?
Um, Men and boys must recognize that silence is complicity, and being part of the solution means challenging societal norms, holding peers accountable. They need to listen, to learn, and use their voices to confront abuse. Change is not possible without their active, courageous participation in this change.
If you could speak directly to your younger self, that little girl, what would you tell her today?
I would tell her that none of this was your fault. You are not broken. You were betrayed by your own father who was meant to protect you. So, but you will rise, you will learn to trust again, love yourself. The shame belongs to him and not to you. One day your voice will become a lifeline to others. You are not alone. You are worthy and you are powerful. That's what I would tell her.
Thanks a lot. And what advice would you give to other young leaders who want to turn their pain into purpose?
I would tell them that don't hide. Don't hide from your pain. Embrace it by reflecting deeply on what you have experiences, on what your experiences have taught you. Your pain is valid. Seek support. You don't have to carry it alone. Prioritize your healing journey so you can come out from that place wholeness, but not as in survival. You need to come out as whole and a normal human being, not just through survival. Yeah, that's what I would tell them.
Thanks. And finally, my last question to you for today. Looking ahead, what legacy do you hope your words and your work will leave for future generations?
Well, I hope my legacy will be one of courage and healing, where my words become bridges across generations, dignity and sparking transformation, and reminding communities of the power of storytelling. Through my advocacy and leadership journey, I am not just leaving stories behind. I am planting the seed of belonging, justice, and hope. And that will bloom long, even after I'm gone. I feel that, yes, I can feel it.
Thank you very much, Faith. Thank you for your story because it's remind us that every scar
Yeah, thank you.
can become a source of strength, right? And every voice has the power to create some changes. So thank you for sharing your experiences, your insights, and your vision for a more compassionate world. So we are looking forward to see how your words and leadership continue to inspire healing and transformation for many more people around the world. And thank you very much. Keep continue doing the great job that you are doing.
Thank you so much for having me.